Namaste, my name is Rui Simra, I'm International Meditation Master. Today I want to speak the best food for your bones. So actually in the Western culture is rising the osteoporosis, and the osteoporosis eats our bones, and we find this problem even with 30 or 40 years old guys. I had it even with 30 years old, when I was just 30 years old. And eventually our bones break easily. The causes are our dairy products and calcium supplements. The causes are our dairy products like milk, cheese and all the things, and the calcium supplements. That is the worst for the bones. Actually, we all have too much calcium already in your blood. And that will do our heart attack and clogged veins and strokes. We have not to less. The problem is that we don't get the calcium in our bones. And for that I have done by myself the Iron Qigong 3, this means Qigong exercises for that, for instance. But now we do it with food. And we need the K2 vitamins to drive the calcium inside of our bones. And there exists only one food. And guess from what country? Maybe it is a country where 50,000 people are over 100 years old and don't have any dementia. Even nuclear power bombs explode in this country. And even nuclear power station exploded. And they don't have any problems with their bones. So, okay, you know it, it's Japan. Okay. You can buy also MK7 with vitamin K2 as supplement. But this has another risk. So it's not so good for blood clotting and so on. But fermented food is always the best food what we can eat. And it's good for our guts, and we have first to start our health with our guts. And if our guts cannot digest the vitamins and all the minerals, we're getting sick. Our health depends totally on the guts. And the Japanese eating 3 times fermented foods. This means every meal has fermented food. And this is so wise, so clever, so smart, and that's the reason why they're growing over 100 years old, and they have 50,000 from that. Okay, now we go here close to Natto. Natto is a bacteria that you can buy from China or from Japan. It's just only 1 gram you need for 1 kilogram cooked soybeans, and it's quite cheap. The 10 packets of 1 gram cost about $3 or $4 or so. And this, then you put this 1 gram in 100 milliliter water, stir it, and when you have cooked already the soybeans, and they should cool down to 40 to 45 degrees, never above 45 degrees. Then you can put them or blend them or mix them under the cooked soybeans. It's just very simple. So for 1 kilogram boiled soybeans, you need 420 grams dried soybeans. You can use the natto 3 times to make natto. This means the first is pulverized, and then 2 times from your own natto what you made already. So it's actually very, very easy to do. And I do it every month. Okay, I bought additional 220 volt 5 ampere thermostat for $3, a mini stove for traveling 500 watt this thermostat for $6, a high pressure cooker for 4 to 5 liter, about $20, a cool box I had already, and the Tupper plastic containers I had also. So then a small steel pot with water and vinegar you put on the mini stove, and the mini stove you turn on a low heat, okay? Inside of the cooling box, okay, and then the 800 gram soybeans for 2 kilogram boiled soybeans. You put, you have stirred already the natto inside, or natto starter, and you need 2 grams natto powder for 200 milliliter water blended, or for 2 kilogram boiled soybeans. So this is not so difficult. No? So then it comes very difficult things you have to concentrate. You connect the thermostat with 220 volt. Oh, yes. And with the stove, yes. And then you have a temperature sensor, and you put it on a container from the soybeans. And the soybeans you cover with plastic foil. And you should not fill more than 2 to 4 centimeter the soybeans in these plastic containers or Tupperware, not more, okay? And then you cover it with plastic foil. Then you pinch some holes inside, so they want a little bit oxygen. And this is it. So the first procedure is simple. You soak the dried soybeans around, it depends on the climate. Here in a hot climate I need 12 hours, and in cold climate 24 hours. And you put a little bit vinegar so that the soybeans don't ferment. Then before you have done this, you have cleaned the dried soybeans, and you soak them, then you clean it again, you put it in the high pressure cooker, and put then a little bit salt inside. For 2 kilogram soaked soybeans, I put 1 teaspoon salt, not too much. And okay, you cook it a half hour, let the whole pot cool down until the soybeans is 40 to 45 degrees. And then you mix the natto powder and cold water, also easy to do. So what I said, for 2 kilograms you need 2 grams and 200 milliliter. And so that then you fill the container with the soybeans 2 to 4 centimeter high. Cover it with plastic foil, pinch the holes inside, easy to do. So I say everything 2 times, that you don't forget anything. So, and the whole thing is nearly done. So then you put it in a container, and in a cooling container or cool box, and you put also the stove inside with a small container of water and vinegar. This is for disinfection good. And you put the stove on low heat, that it doesn't cook, just a little bit, and you connect it with your thermostat, 220 volt, close the box, and the thermostat, the temperature sensor you put on one of these soybeans container. So, and then you wait just 24 hours. As I speak so much, it's really so simple to do. Okay, and then you put the whole stuff out, and again in the refrigerator. And now comes the most important thing at the end. You have to disinfect the plastic container, also the spoon, everything, before you use it for the soybeans. This means the soybeans are cooked, and there should be no other bacteria than the natto powder or the natto starter. This means everything is disinfected. So this means the spoon where you fill it in, and the same is true also if you put the starter with the water inside of a glass and to blend it. The glass is before absolute disinfected with hot water. So this is all. And after, so then we wait again 1 day and the thing is ready. And then you have done your natto for at least 1 month. Okay, not big work, but big explanations. Okay, everybody can do so. There's no excuses that you cannot do such things, and it's very cheap to do so. Okay, thank you very much that I could speak about this, and bye.